this womanhood shit with Sherlanda Faye. We're gonna talk about women's wellness and everything that encounter. We're gonna talk about single by choice. We're gonna talk about the fairy tale is lies, actual lie. Ain't no Prince Charming. We're gonna address women's sexual wellness. We're gonna talk about purpose. We're gonna talk about vision plan. We're gonna talk about mind mapping. We're gonna talk about women issues. Some women don't want to have babies. You feel me? We talk about women shit. Women shit. Let me give you the disclaimer. My intention is for women's wellness. So, with that being said, it's gonna be some hard truths, some intense suggested dialogue, strong course language, and hard shit talked about that you don't want to be talking about. I'm finna talk about it. This is Women's Wellness with Sherlanda Faye. Vibe with me, ride with me, or change your channel. Now, we're going to dive into that subject that everybody want to talk about, but they scared to talk about it. Sex. Sexual wellness. Women's sexual wellness. Okay? Now, this going to be probably one of my main areas. Sexual wellness. Women's. I don't know why I always have to put that on there. Women's sexual wellness. I think I know why this is my main topic, because women, and in my year, I call them the lost years. Remember my years in religion. In my years in the church, organized religion, I call it. I was an usher. I was in the praise team and this, that, third, and other. There were so many women. So many women. Oh my God. Sorry about that. There were so many women coming in the praise team line, in the prayer line. I mean, talking about, and these women married. And I'm talking about at almost every church I have been to. Hey, hold up a second. See, soon you get on that subject, boy. Anyway, women are not having orgasms like they're supposed to. Women are not enjoying sex like they're supposed to. So when I say that, people are like, no, I do. Yes, we do that. But then they think about it and be like, because some women are having orgasm, but out of 100 women, probably 5 had an orgasm. But not no good orgasm. Just it's gonna be about 3 women that had an amazing orgasm without substances. People, why you gonna start fussing while I'm trying to do my podcast, people? Yeah, remember my fur baby. Without alcohol, without drugs, without sexual toys. Let's take the rose out. Can you have an orgasm with just penetration? There you go. Boom. We ain't. Now, we don't want a whole bunch of Oscars. We don't want a whole bunch of Emmys. We don't want some Grammys. Men liking. We done bust. But we have not. I'm just telling you. Women, they have orgasms. And some of that is dealing with Sexual trauma. That's one of my, I have a whole course on my website, Molested to Mastery, Sexual Trauma. Because that's what the Lord said you better do. So I'm doing. Did I want to put my business in the street? No. But it is. So we're not. So another, well, that's the whole thing. Women's sexual wellness. We have orgasms. We got sexual trauma in our history. Unproductive sexcapade. Let me describe an unproductive sexual capade. Sexcapade. Whoever he is, girl, I'm a bop a woo but I. Girl, when I get you, I'm gonna put sister blah, and I'm gonna knowing he ain't got but two good pumps in a darn grind. I'm a Now it's some of y'all out there handling business, so kudos to y'all. But that is now back in the day, yes. Now, and y'all wonder why women get the sexual toys and we get the rose during sex. Yeah. Oh no, don't put the extender on. Let me just I got you. No, you don't. No, you don't. Stop lying. Or women need to stop gaslighting men during sex. I can lie. They enjoy themselves. Let's stop doing that. Let's stop doing that, ladies, because men are taking that and believing that it's real. See, that fairy tale. And then the ego. They say, well, now that is directly connected to your ego. Okay, yeah. No, it's not. Okay, well, but let me tell you that you're not putting it down, and I can call such and I ain't got to tell him that. But you, I could have had a V8. Yeah, yeah. So, ladies, let's deal with our traumas, our sexual traumas. Especially if you want to be a wife, or if you are a wife, because you have to have sex with your spouse. Period. You gotta have sex with your man, and if you married to a man, he gonna want that coochie, baby. I don't care. I don't care. That's my video that took off on TikTok. He gonna want that coochie, baby. I don't care what somebody tell you. He gonna want that coochie. Oh, he can go get his nail done with you, pedicure, manicure. He can go to the little potch, little cup tea places with you. And he can take you. But at the end of the day, hey, at the end of the day, my dog, he gonna want the coochie. So let's deal with our sexual traumas. I wrote about mine. I got a whole course on it. Don't do it yet because I gotta get I'm having some technical difficulties on my website because I got to figure out how to I connected something. It ain't do right. It messed up my whole thing. So I got to unconnect and fix it and then put it all back on now. But Molested to Mastery, that's the course that you need. You can do it in your own time. I gotta open up my meeting, but I don't want to do no one-on-one. I want to do group because one-on-one you still kind of close and you trying to protect yourself. I want to do a group of women with that right there. So if she says something that might help you with that, and if she says something that might help you, you see, we all helping each other and help me too. Because in some situations, because I'm gonna tell you right now, PTSD's for real, and I got that. I'm prime military. You see what I'm saying? Okay, lie. What you talking about? Oh, hell, what y'all talking about? Ain't nobody there. The folks trying to tell me I ain't no pimp. And I know I'm a pimp. Hold on, y'all. So we have to deal with those sexual traumas. And we have to deal with why are we feeling ashamed for something someone else did. And I don't want to go too much in that because I have a course for that. But what I'm saying is don't feel ashamed because it's not you. It was never you. You did not do it. And forgive yourself because you did not do it. Especially if you were a child. How could you know? How could you know those type of things anyway? You couldn't. It is not your fault. It was never your fault. Now, let that go. Forgive those. Forgiveness does not mean that you agree with what happened. It means you're freeing yourself from it. Take it from someone who knows. Because I was abused by several cousins and my mama's boyfriend. It's in there. It's in that book right there. So, once the reason why I'm talking about this in women's sexual wellness is because you have to get that part healed and out so that when you are bringing sexual things back into your life, you can know if it's between two consensual adults, you ain't wrong. And I could say people because, that age 15, 17, or 14, soon. So I don't know. I don't know about that. And I ain't getting into that. But I said adults. And if it's consensual through the whole process, you got to understand that you're not wrong. You got to get over the feeling of feeling dirty. And this is the thing with church. This is the thing with church. It's called throwing rocks from the pulpit. Religious institution. Don't do this. Don't do that. Knowing they doing it. Then the one that's saying it doing it. But you can't. So you can't tell little girls be good at your shoe, be good at your shoe until you get married. Then once you get married on that day, you got to be a hoe in the street, bust it open. She got to know how to do blase, blase, whoop the whoop. There's no training. That's why I got a course that I'm coming up with, Reclaiming Her. It's sexual training in there. I did that at Painted Tree in Snellville. Before they closed Painted Tree down, I was starting to do it there. They closed it down. Because you got to learn. And this is what and I teach my daughters. This is things that you got to be learning before marriage. So when you get into a situation, if you want to be married, you'll know, okay, well, I do this. Okay, well, I do that. Okay, well, I do that. Wisdom. Learning knowledge and wisdom about a thing. And then also included in marriage, it's a lot of things that need to be included. I got a whole program for that. Don't worry about that. But it need to be in there. You need the sexual movements class. It's a girl on Instagram. I'm gonna have to find her tag. And then Cain the coach, CAIN the coach, so you can take a master head class. Yes, I said that right. Because if you're gonna be married in a marriage, where is the person gonna get those pleasures from? Because that's the difference with marriage. All of us in a relationship. Everybody in a relationship. What make a wife different or what make a husband different than every other person is where you get sexual pleasures from. Because that's the person that's supposed to get sexual pleasures from. That's the person that out of everybody, this the one that I'm gonna go to for sexual pleasure. That's supposed to be your spouse. And y'all supposed to be in there doing things that only God knows. That's just what I'm saying. So I'm trying to keep my episodes around 20 minutes. But this right here, this a big chunk of my stuff. I got so many programs, but y'all will see when I find out how to put it back on. And then I got new stuff that I put on my website. Oh my God, I messed up everything. I'm gonna have to get my daughter to fix them because she told me to hire somebody. I don't want to hire nobody. Anyway, so we gonna dive deep, baby, in that sexual wellness, and then sexual wellness as an older woman also. Because we don't hit menopause, baby. We ain't got that fear of becoming pregnant anymore. That's why I said, baby, 50. You not finna be able to tell me nothing. I'm just so we gonna find out why it takes so long for women to have orgasm. Some women, it does not. But and this go back to the last episode where I said have a relationship with yourself, learn yourself. Because if you know that you cannot have a orgasm as a woman without clitorial penetration or clitorius. What's the word I'm putting down? Clitorius. Without involving your clitorius. Why can't you communicate it? You got to be able to communicate it. Or I have to do this position if I'm being penetrated to have an orgasm. Or I got to flip and flip. You got to learn yourself. And as a woman, you need to be able to do that. Because get what? We grown. And then why you scared to talk about it? Because see, that's another thing religious institutions do. They make you afraid to talk about sex. Like we're not sexual beings because we're women. No, we like sex too. It just can we get there? Can we have an orgasm outside? And then when a man figure out that all he got is 2-3 pumps in a grind, 2-3 minutes, but it take you 30 minutes. Well, that's not fair. What are we doing? Something has to happen. That's what I'm telling you. I'm single by choice, baby, because see, I'm not going through stuff again. I'm not going through things alone again. No. We gotta talk about this, and we're gonna put this on the table. Like Lotto say, put it on the floor. We're gonna put this on the table because put that on the table. And then you do. That is an unproductive sexcapade. Unproductive. Okay, we're gonna talk about in scene for women's sexual wellness. This is the end of this episode. So, womanhood shit with Sherlanda Faye. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Subscribe so we can go live. This space is for my sponsors, whomever they are. This is where your products and your services and wherever will go in my podcast. This will be your space. This is Womanhood Shit with Sherlanda Faye, where my sole intention is women's wellness. That's what I do. And right here, we'll talk about your product. And we'll let the people know what's happening. Like I always say, you can vibe with me. You can ride with me. Or you can simply change your channel.